Good morning, YouTubians. It's CEX Ghost. You can call me Alan. It is Monday, the 21st of April 2025. It's Easter Monday today, as well as a Blu-ray release day, and there's some 36 titles due out this morning. Some are various formats of the same movie, like Baby Girl, that's getting a Blu-ray, and two 4K releases, one of which has an exclusive HMV cover. Chunkin' Express is out today on Blu-ray and 4K. They're on the Criterion label. Got the 2025 Wolfman, that's getting a release today, as does Mark Wahlberg's Flight Risk, amongst many others. Now we are 111 days into the year, 33 days into spring, meaning just 60 more days until summer begins, thank goodness. So I'm going to head out to HMV, film the latest releases, grab myself a latte from Costa Coffee along the way, not a sponsor. I'll do a few price comparisons in CEX, and then I'll bring you back here and talk about some recent pickups. So time's marching on. I'll see you all in Costa. Well, I don't know why, but I thought I'd include a bit of footage of a fishing vessel just off the coast of Brighton. Costa doesn't open until 10 AM this morning, so I'm just wasting a bit of time. I'll go into CEX first and then Costa. The first price comparison is for 2001 A Space Odyssey on 4K 3-disc edition. CEX are asking for £15. Amazon only have a used copy for £22. HMV only had the standard edition for £20. Here we have Hocus Pocus on 4K for £12. HMV have it for £20, all but a penny. Also in the 3 for £50. Amazon have it for £18.40. Blake's 7 for £32. It's been that price for weeks. Amazon want £40. HMV, it's the same. I'm rounding these prices up on both of these to the nearest pound. Evil of Frankenstein from 1964 for a tenner. HMV, they want £13, and Amazon, it's the same price, £13. The Entity from 1982 for £25. This is way out of print. It's £75 used on Amazon, and HMV don't stock it anymore. Farewell My Concubine from 1993 for £18. Amazon are asking for £24.95, and HMV don't stock it any longer. The Human Condition Trilogy for £25. Again, HMV no longer stock this item, and Amazon are asking for £17.82. The Hardacres, which is a 6-episode TV show for £10. Amazon, you can expect to pay £18, and HMV, they are asking for £19. It Came From Beneath the Sea, a creature feature from 1955 for £12. Amazon, it's a tenner. HMV, it's a tenner as well. Saw the Complete Collection 1-7 Blu-ray box set for £22. Amazon are asking for £79.95 for a new set, and HMV no longer stock it. Next is Shock Corridor from 1963 for £20. HMV want £18, and Amazon want £18 as well. Next is the time travel film Safety Not Guaranteed for £20. Amazon want £33.29 for a used copy, and HMV no longer have it in stock as it's out of print. Next is Sahara, a war film from 1943 for £25. This came out in January, and Amazon still have this limited edition available for £16.99, and so does HMV, so it pays to shop around. Dark City, which is long out of print now. Arrow are putting a copy out on the 23rd of June. Here it is for £22. Amazon wants £60 for a new copy. HMV no longer have it, so it's best to wait just a few more months. And here we have David Cronenberg's Dead Ringers for £15. HMV no longer stock this item, but Amazon, well, they want £3.13 for a used copy. Well, Costa has finally opened. It's 10 AM. Going to grab this, and then I'll pop into HMV and film all the latest releases. Time to pop into HMV. Okay, here we go. In no particular order, I'm going to start with Chunkin' Express on the Criterion label. This is a romantic drama from 1994 that was written and directed by Wong Kar-wai. This is an anthology story. First one stars Takeshi Kinshiro as a police officer who's broken up with his girlfriend. He's obsessed with the split up. The second story stars Tony Leung, also playing a police officer. He's just split up with his flight attendant girlfriend, but is cheered up by a female snack bar worker. The title is from the Chungking Mansions in Hong Kong, which is a crime-ridden area. The Blu-ray is priced at £22.99, and the 4K is priced at £29.99, and these films carry a 15 certificate. Next is Wolfman, a horror film from this year directed by Lee Wanao. This is about a family trying to reconnect when the parents' marriage is on the rocks, so they travel to a cabin in the woods together. But there's something wild lurking nearby. This stars Christopher Abbott, Julia Garner, Matilda Firth and Sam Yeager. The Blu-ray is priced at £14.99 and the 4K is priced at £24.99, and these movies carry a 15 certificate. Flight Risk next. This is an action thriller from this year, directed by Mel Gibson. It's about a US Marshal who's taken an accountant to testify against a crime syndicate. The journey is from Alaska to Anchorage, a distance of some 220 miles, but things don't go to plan. This stars Mark Wahlberg as the pilot, Darrell Booth, Michelle Dockery as the US Marshal, and Topher Grace as the accountant. The Blu-ray is priced at £14.99 and the 4K is priced at £24.99. These films carry a 15 certificate. The Penguin next on 4K. The Blu-ray release came out March 17th. Now this is a crime TV miniseries consisting of 8 episodes, and it stars Colin Farrell as the title character, aka Oswald Cobb, and Oswald was the right-hand man to a crime boss called Carmine Falcon, who is now dead, so the Penguin is rising up to take his place. This is priced at £39.99 and it carries a 15 certificate. Next is Doctor Who, The War Games in Colour. This aired in 1969 from April to June, and it stars Patrick Troughton, who was the second incarnation of the Doctor, along with his 2 travelling companions played by Fraser Hines and Wendy Padbury, as they tried to stop an alien race from kidnapping soldiers from Earth to fight in an alien war. This release has updated special effects as well as a new score and sound. This one is priced at £19.99. Trancers next on 4K. This is a limited edition from 101 Films, and it's a science fiction action movie from 1984, directed by Charles Band, and it stars Tim Thomerson as Jack Death, a trooper who's sent back in time to stop a powerful psychic who can control people and is trying to alter their future. It also stars Helen Hunt. This one is priced at £24.99. Naruto Volume 4 next. This is episodes 83 to 110. This has been pushed back since December last year. There are 4 discs in this set with a runtime of 644 minutes. Naruto, once an obnoxious brat, is now a responsible young man, but he must continue his training in the art of Rasengan. This is priced at £44.99. Shangri-La Frontier Season 1 Part 1 next. This follows a gamer called Rakuru Hizotome who enjoys cheap, trashy games that often glitch, but he decides to try the latest game on the market, and the skills he's required will benefit him greatly. It's got 13 episodes, and this is priced at £34.99. Next is Little Man, What Now? This is a 1934 pre-code drama starring Margaret Sullivan and Douglas Montgomery. Hans lives with his wife Emma in his stepmother's house, where they learn she is in fact a madam of an exclusive brothel. Despite being a pre-code film, this carries a PG certificate and is priced at £16.99. Next is Jackaman and Tetsu, a Japanese drama from 1964 put out by 88 Films. This is set in 1947 and sees a one-eyed man terrorizing a fisherman and his livelihood. This stars Ken Takakura as Tetsu and Tetsuru Tamba as Jackaman. This is priced at £16.99. Hero Mask Complete Season 1 next. This is set in London, where government officials are being targeted by a large pharmaceutical company, and Detective James Blood of the Special Service of Crime is investigating. There's also some new tech which enhances strength and can alter your facial appearance, which is proving a problem for our hero. This one is priced at £39.99. Next is Dangerous to Know, a crime film from 1938. This is about a gangster called Simon Wrecker who wants to climb the social ladder. He tries to bribe a woman into marrying him, but hot on his tail is an honest police officer who is desperate to take Simon down for the multiple murders he's committed. This one is priced at £16.99 and carries a 12 certificate. The Apothecary Diaries Season 1 Part 2 next. This follows Mau Mau, the daughter of an apothecary who is an unofficial forensics pathologist and poison taste tester at the Emperor's concubine, who is also aiding a eunuch called Jinshi solving mysteries. This one is priced at £34.99. Protection next. This is a crime drama miniseries consisting of 6 episodes and is about Jimmy and his family who have been placed into witness protection on the condition that Jimmy testifies against a crime boss, but somehow Jimmy's location is compromised. This aired in December last year and is priced at £17.99. Baby Girl next. This is an erotic thriller from last year which stars Nicole Kidman as a CEO of a large New York company. She's bored of her marital sex life, so she embarks on an illicit affair with an intern at her company. This also stars Harris Dickinson, Sophie Wilde and Antonio Banderas. This is available on both Blu-ray and 4K. The Blu-ray is priced at £14.99 and the 4K, which comes with a slipcover, is priced at £24.99. Film carries an 18 certificate and it also carries a warning of flashing lights which may affect people with photosensitive epilepsy. Brother next on the BFI label. This is a Japanese crime drama from 2000, written and directed by Takeshi Kitano. It's about an aging Yakuza who flees Los Angeles when his boss is executed, and he joins his half-brother to help him with his small drugs business. This stars Takeshi Kitano and Omar Epps and is priced at $16.99. La Haine next, a French crime drama from 1995, and this is set in the rundown suburbs near Paris, where it follows three friends over a period of 24 hours just after a riot has occurred. This stars Vincent Cassel, whose character emulates Travis Bickle from Taxi Driver. It comes with an 80-page book and is priced at £24.99. Here we have a double pack of The Delta Force from 1986 and Delta Force 2, The Colombian Connection from 1990. Both films start Chuck Norris, but it's the first movie that stars Lee Marvin in his final film role. First film deals with a hijacked plane, and the sequel deals with our hero, played by Chuck Norris, rescuing a team of agents being held hostage by a drugs cartel. These two movies can be yours for $14.99. Hard Truths next, a comedy drama written and directed by Mike Leigh, and this is set in a post-pandemic London and stars Mariana Jean-Baptiste as a woman dealing with depression and her relationship with her sister Chantel, played by Michelle Austin. This one is priced at £14.99. Lady with a Sword next. This is a Japanese Shaw Brothers martial arts drama from 1971, put out by 88 Films. It's about a woman who's out for revenge after her sister is murdered, but she finds out her fiancé is involved with the death. This carries a 15 certificate and is priced at £16.99. Yakuza Wives next, another 88 Films release. This is a Japanese crime drama from 1986, about a wife of an imprisoned Yakuza who takes over her husband's territory, but her sister has married into a rival gang. Is blood thicker than water? Well, of course it is. This is priced at $16.99, carries an 18 certificate, and as you can see, it's a limited release. Next is Mausoleum, a 1983 supernatural horror directed by Michael Dugan. This is about a woman who is possessed by a demon, and it stars Bobby Bressie as Susan, who is the possessed woman in the film. This is put out by Treasured Films, and it is priced at £14.99. Next is Onyx Equinox. This is a Mexican-American adult animated TV series. After a Mexican god begins stealing blood sacrifices, the gates to the underworld must be closed, but only a human can do this, as the gates are made of obsidian, which is toxic to gods, apparently. A young Aztec boy is chosen for the task. This contains all 12 episodes, each around the 25-minute mark, and expect to pay £32.99 for this today. Next is Behold a Pale Horse. This is a drama from 1964 directed by Fred Zinnemann. It stars Gregory Peck, Anthony Quinn and Omar Sharif, and this is the true story of a Spanish guerrilla called Francisco Sabate, who, despite the Spanish Civil War ending, insists on fighting. This one is priced at £16.99 and it carries a 12 certificate. Next is the BFI release of Eclipse, a drama from 1977, written and directed by Simon Perry, and it's about twin brothers who take a boat trip to witness an eclipse. One dies and the other brother returns to explain what happened to his brother's wife and son. This is all set on the Scottish coast and it is priced at £16.99. Hey everybody, welcome back. 4 titles to talk about today. One, it's going to take quite a bit of time, so let's crack on with it. Okay, first title to show you is The Contractor. This is an action thriller from 2022, directed by Tarek Salah. Now this was actually shown on Channel 4 just a matter of months ago, and it's been available to buy on Blu-ray around the world for a number of years. So I'm not sure what the hold-up was with the UK release, but it's here now, so it doesn't really matter. This follows a Special Forces soldier called James Harper, who's being played by Chris Pine, who is dishonorably discharged from the army after he tests positive for drug use due to a leg injury. And it leaves him to work for the private sector, who send him on an ill-fated data heist mission to Berlin. After being double-crossed, James then looks for revenge. It's quite a simple premise, but it works. Also stars Ben Foster as James's close friend Mike. You got Kiefer Sutherland as Rusty Jenkins. He's the man that sends Mike and James on this ill-fated data heist mission. And there's Eddie Marsden as Virgil, who aids James at a safe house. So it's got a solid cast, this one, and it's very much in the style of Jason Bourne for a while, which is a good thing. Good pacing, action where it needs to be, and a nasty villain. What more do you need in an action thriller? This one's got a runtime of 1 hour 43 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So no image on the disc, just the title on a plain grey background. So that was The Contractor. Okay, next one to show you is Nosferatu. This is a gothic horror from last year directed by Robert Eggers. Now his films include The Witch, The Lighthouse and The Northman, and this is a direct remake of the 1922 F.W. Murnau directed German expressionistic film Nosferatu, a symphony of horror. Stars Lily Rose Depp as Ellen. Ellen in the early 1800s summons up an evil creature because she was lonely and she craved a bit of company, not to mention stupid. Cut to 1838, she's now married to Thomas Hutter. Thomas is offered a new opportunity at work to deliver some papers to Count Orlok in Transylvania. Orlok has requested the purchase of a new manor in Germany where Hutter is stationed, and Thomas is bringing those legal documents for Orlok to sign. Thomas being played by Nicholas Hoult and Count Orlok is being played by Bill Skarsgård. By the way, you'll need subtitles when he's on screen because, well, personally I couldn't make out a word he was saying. Now this follows the story of Dracula for the most part, but a few changes have been made. Now, I thought this was a very atmospheric film, excellent visuals, genuinely moments of dread as well, especially in Orlok's castle, and it is a very dark film, so it's advisable to watch this in a room devoid of sunlight, as any light that touches the screen will obscure the picture. Also stars Ralph Ineson as Dr. Sievers, Emma Corrin as Anna Harding, she's Ellen's best friend and married to Frederick, who's being played by Aaron Taylor-Johnson. You've also got Simon McBurney, he's playing Herr Nock. He is the same character as Renfield is in Dracula, loyal servant to the Count, and he's completely deranged. And there's also Willem Dafoe as Professor von Franz, aka Van Helsing. I thoroughly enjoyed this retelling of Dracula. I definitely recommend it. It's got a runtime of 2 hours and 16 minutes. Let's take a look inside. The slipcover and the cover have the same image, and that front cover image has been put onto the disc. So that was Nosferatu. Okay, next one I'm going to show you is A Real Pain. This is a drama from last year that was written and directed by Jesse Eisenberg. Jesse actually stars in this as well as David Kaplan, slightly anxious New Yorker who meets up with his complicated cousin Benji at JFK's International Airport, and the two of them have planned a trip to Poland together. Benji being played by Kieran Culkin, whose performance in this actually earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor. So the reason behind their trip to Poland is because the cousins want to see where their late grandmother Dory grew up. Dory's passed away and she's left David and Benji some money in her will, and they decide to use it for a trip together. Now, the day after they arrive, David and Benji embark on a Jewish heritage tour, which is headed up by James, a Yorkshireman being played by Will Sharp, who is actually from London. And as the tour continues over several days, David becomes increasingly annoyed by Benji's erratic behaviour, which he finds extremely embarrassing and stressful to deal with. Benji actually gets under the skin of everybody on the tour at one point or another, and he even berates the tour guide himself, which he later forgets he did. The film is a character study. Culkin's performance is absolutely standout. You'll want to hug him and slap him in equal measure. Actually, I won't say any more story-wise, but I will also mention it stars Jennifer Grey as a divorced woman called Marcia, who's also on the tour. Jesse actually filmed in an actual concentration camp on the outskirts of Lubin, which is a very sobering scene. And this one's got a runtime of 1 hour 30 minutes and not what it says on the back cover. Let's take a look inside. So inside we just have a plain blue disc, and if you are planning to pick this one up, I recommend watching the 20-minute making of after you've watched the film, of course. It is worth it. So that was A Real Pain. Okay, next to last is a Eureka release of Lauren Hardy, The Silent Years 1928. I'll try and roll through these as quick as I can and in one take. On this one we have Leave 'Em Laughing, where Stan has a raging toothache. The title refers to the laughing gas used by the dentists, and this one is directed by Clyde Bruckman. Next we have The Finishing Touch, again directed by Clyde Bruckman, and this time around our duo are trying to build a house, but inevitably things don't go to plan. This one also stars Sam Lufkin, Dorothy Coburn and Edgar Kennedy, all of which have worked with Stan and Ollie on several occasions. Next we have From Soup to Nuts, where our two clumsy leads are hired as waiters at a fancy dinner party, which doesn't go to plan again, especially when the lady of the house asks for Ollie to serve the salad undressed. Now this is directed by Edgar Kennedy, who also directed The Last Short, and again it stars Sam Lufkin and Dorothy Coburn. Next we have Your Darn Tootin'. This is directed by Edgar Kennedy, and this time around Stan and Ollie are musicians, but after being fired from a band they try to make ends meet by becoming buskers. Next we have Their Purple Moment, directed by James Parrott. In this, Stan is a husband who's hiding his savings from his wife, or so he thinks. He goes on a spending spree with Ollie, but his wife has swapped out all his cash for cigar coupons. Faye Holderness is playing Stan's wife in this, and it also stars Harry Earls as well, who was a munchkin in The Wizard of Oz, as well as starring in Todd Browning's Freaks. So next we have Should Married Men Go Home? This one is directed by Leo McCarey and James Parrott. Now, after Ollie's wife throws a duo out of the house, they go for a round of golf and they try to impress a couple of young women. Sam Lufkin is in this, as well as Dorothy Coburn, Charlie Hall and Edgar Kennedy. Next we have Early to Bed. This one is directed by Emmett J. Flynn. This time around, Ollie gets a large inheritance. He buys a mansion and he employs his good friend Stan as his butler. What could possibly go wrong there? And then on to disc 2, we have Two Tars. This one is directed by James Parrott, and our duo are sailors. They're on shore leave, they hire a new car and they try to impress a couple of young ladies who are played by Thelma Hill and Ruby Blaine. Also stars Charlie Hill, who was the landlord in Leave 'Em Laughing. Next is Habeas Corpus, directed by Leo McCarey and James Parrott. Now our two leads in this are hired as grave robbers. And the last short on here is We Fall Down, directed by Leo McCarey. Again, our two leads are married men, and they choose to entertain a couple of young ladies, much to the annoyance of their wives. Each short on here is around 20 minutes or so, and with the extras it comes in at 315 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So the slipcover and the cover have a different image. There is a very insightful 36-page booklet. On the reverse of the cover, there's a screenshot from Leave 'Em Laughing, which is the first silent short from 1928. And this is a 2-disc set, and each one has a screenshot from one of the shorts. And if you are wondering, this does line up lovely with the Lauren Hardy silent shorts from 1927. So that was Lauren Hardy, The Silent Years, 1928. So that was it. Have you seen any of those? Do you plan to pick them up or just want to leave a comment? Then do so down below. I will read every single one and I'll try to reply if I have the time. Give the video a thumbs up, it really does help the channel, and subscribe if you haven't. It's all free. Why wouldn't you? On that note, all that's left to say is thank you so much for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.